Hi, you're listening to the Three Rivers Marine Podcast, a show that brings anglers and mariners down-to-earth advice that helps on and off the water. I'm Anthony Marisi, a fishing rep born and raised in the Pacific Northwest. I'm sitting down with the biggest names in fishing and boating to make your next adventure easier, safer, and more exciting. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Three Rivers Marine Podcast. I'm Anthony Marisi, the host, and as you can see, I'm here by myself today. I missed last week. I was pretty sick, so sorry about that. Feeling a little bit better, but kind of figured I would save my cold for myself, so I'm just here by myself, and I'm going to do a relatively short update for everybody on some of the fisheries as we start kind of chugging along and having a little bit of different things to do. So there it is. We're going to start with a rule change, which I'm actually really excited about for Area 4. So the department announced, I think it was yesterday, that two things. The all-depth halibut fishing, so that means you can go offshore in Areas 1. In Area 1 is expected to open for 6 more days, so we should see that announcement soon, but it should be June 8th, 9th, 15th, 16th, 22nd, and 23rd. So, I think high gas prices and bad weather have kind of really limited people's opportunity to go fish halibut. I know that it has for me, certainly up the coast, and we're not very close to hitting the halibut quotas, which is awesome. I think a lot of people are also starting to wait since they open it up later in August and September and that stuff for some nicer weather to go. Our trip out there, we had very good halibut fishing, but we got beat up. So, that's pretty good. In Area 1, anglers have harvested only about 6,000 pounds of halibut. So should be some really nice opportunity for halibut, especially as we get into those nicer summer areas. Also, this is the thing that I'm most excited about. Area 4 got modified a little bit. So the Dunsey and Duncan rocks, which are the rocks just a little bit north of like Tatoosh Island, on a clear day, you can definitely see them both. They're not very far from each other. Those two rocks used to be outside of the 120 fathom or 20 fathom line. So you couldn't fish there on days that were closed to halibut. They changed that, so now it's open. You can go and fish around those rocks. There's a warning on there saying like, hey, it can get kind of gnarly by the rocks, so be careful. But you can go fish there for lingcod and rockfish and stuff on days that are closed to halibut. So that I'm excited about. Kind of that coast-wide lingcod fishing has been really good. Halibut fishing has been really good. Rockfish has been good. Weather and cost of doing business have been bad. It hasn't been that crowded, but we have had good fishing. So if, you can find a weather window and you feel like putting gas in the boat to go, I would definitely recommend it. Once you turn into the Straits, Area 5, we fished in there a little bit. Halibut fishing was pretty good, actually, inside the Straits. Lingcod fishing was really good inside. And you can keep 3 rockfish in there, but we really didn't fish rockfish inside Area 5, so I'm sure they're there. We just didn't target them. As you get down, Area 6, 7, really all the way through, lingcod fishing has been a little bit more challenging from the people that I've been talking to. A lot of the really, locked-in charter captains are still getting their fish every day, but it hasn't been quite as much of a gimme as it has been in the years past. So, definitely come in, brush up on techniques. I know that Fisherman's Gold electric eels are still hammering fish out there, particularly in sour pickle and greenling for inside the Puget Sound. But you are going to have to figure out how to fish for them, and the answer is not just get a spot lock bow mount, although that does help. You're going to have to really maybe find some new bumps outside of possession to go get lingcod, but that's just an added challenge. They're there for you to go catch. You're just going to have to expand your skill set. Excuse me. Shrimp. Been pretty good. We went out for the 24th and the 26th opener. We fished Area 7, and the 24th was fantastic. We hit our tides just right, so we had full pots. We pulled one, limited the whole boat, and went and did something else. The 26th was, we didn't hit our tides quite right, so we had to grind them out a little bit, but we did get all of our shrimp limits and lingcod that day, but it was a full day investment to do it. It wasn't quite as, send the pot down for half an hour and pull up 500 kind of a thing. So, excuse me. I think for the next set of openers, June 7th and June 8th, I will definitely be up in Area 7 again, as I would recommend everybody else who's shrimping to do the same. Although Area 6 has got to be probably some of the best shrimping in the whole state. So if you know some spots on Area 6 and the weather's good, you'll probably do just fine. June 1st is going to be the Area 11 salmon opener, and that will open every day. So go and start salmon fishing, Tacoma, Vashon. Come in. We got all the spoons, all the flashers, all the bait, anything that you could need to go and start fishing for salmon in Area 11. And remember, the Area 10, Area 9, Chinook is going to be what it's going to be this year. But we are going to have really good coho opportunities. So, let's keep fighting the good fight and take the wins where we get them. And the coho opportunity in the Sound this year is going to be awesome. So I'm really looking forward to being able to catch lots of silvers. I guess go backwards a little bit. Area 12, Hood Canal shrimp was also good to great. A little bit more spotty in there. I did talk to some people that didn't get any, and then some people that said, oh yeah, we had full pots in 10 minutes. So that's a little bit more just kind of like how Hood Canal goes. But they're there if you want to go get them. There will be more additional days there. So it's worth, if you really like shrimping, it's worth learning how to fish shrimp in Hood Canal, because you get a lot of opportunity there. Yeah, I think lakes and rivers have been fishing fairly good. I think the Skagit's starting to pick up for springers. So go take a jet boat ride and try and get yourself a spring Chinook. I think that's about all that I have for this one. Like I said, I'm going to keep it short. And we'll get back more into the regularly scheduled programming and stuff like that as we get into next week. But hopefully just a nice little fisheries update for everybody, and feels good to be back. We'll talk to y'all next week. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Three Rivers Marine Podcast. We would like to give a special thanks to our sponsors: End Run Tackle, make your own bite window; Fisherman's Gold Products, everything we make, we fish ourselves; and Duckworth Boats, legendary adventure.